Okay, dear students, yesterday I have given how to derive the equation for temperature distribution for a long fin. For a lengthy fin, the length of the fin is very large. The temperature at the end of the tip is equal to the temperature of the surrounding fluid. So for lengthy fin, so yesterday I derived equation for temperature distribution. What is the variation of temperature along the length of the fin? That is in the x direction. X is equal to 0 to x is equal to L. For that, we have considered a long fin of length L and width B, thickness T. And for that analysis, we have considered an element at a distance x from the base of the fin. From the base of the fin, and we have considered an element at a distance of x from the base of the fin, and we have analyzed 3 heat transfers, conduction Qx, conduction heat into the element Qx, and conduction heat out from the element Qx plus dx, and convection heat transfer coming out from the small element, that is Q convection. So from that heat energy balance equation, Qx is equal to Qx plus dx plus Q convection. So that has been given already in the last class, yesterday's class. And after that, what are the parameter in that fin? T naught, temperature at the base. What is T free stream? Temperature of the surrounding fluid. And L is the length of the fin. B is the width. B is equal to width of the fin. T is the thickness of the fin. And area of the cross section. How do you calculate for a rectangular fin? B into T. And how do you calculate perimeter for rectangular fin? That is 2 into B plus T. And H is the convective transfer coefficient for the outside fluid, and A is the surface area. And based on that heat energy balance equation, I have derived yesterday one temperature distribution equation for the long fin, that is T minus T free stream divided by T naught minus T free stream is equal to e power minus mx, e power minus mx, T minus T free stream divided by T minus T free stream divided by T naught minus T free stream is equal to e power minus mx. The temperature distribution equation, that is the temperature distribution equation, T minus T free stream by divided by T naught minus T free stream is equal to e power minus mx. What is T? Temperature at any given location x from the base. What is T free stream? Temperature of the surrounding fluid. What is T naught? Base temperature of the fin. Temperature of the fin at the base, or base temperature T naught. Okay na? Next, E, exponential function minus m. How do you define m? M is equal to square root of hp by ka. Square root of m is equal to square root of hp by ka, where h is the convective transfer coefficient, p is the perimeter, p is the perimeter, k divided by k is the thermal conductor of the fin material, a cross sectional area of the fin, cross sectional area of the fin, e power minus m root of hp by ka, x at any given location x. So that is the temperature distribution equation. How the temperature is varying from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to L for a lengthy fin. Okay, now that temperature distribution equation. And after that, we have calculated heat flow. Heat flow. This is okay, no problem. This is repeating yesterday's class. Heat flow. Heat flow. Heat flow Q fin. Through what is the heat transfer Q fin? Heat flow through the fin. Q fin. Yesterday, how we have derived root HPKA. Root HPKA. So heat transfer rate through the fin Q fin, root HPKA into T minus T free stream. So that has been derived in the last class. So temperature distribution equation, that is T minus T free stream divided by temperature distribution equation for a lengthy fin, T minus T free stream divided by T naught minus T free stream. T naught minus T free stream is equal to e power minus mx. After that, we have derived the equation Q fin is equal to, for lengthy root HPKA into T minus T free stream. T minus T free stream. So root HPKA, H convective transfer coefficient for the surrounding fluid. P perimeter, that is 2 into B plus T. K thermal conductor material. Thermal conductor material of the fin. A cross sectional area. T temperature at any given location x from the base. Temperature in the fin at a given value of x from the base of the fin. From the base of the fin. T free stream, temperature of the surrounding fluid. Okay na? So only 44 students joined the class. What about remaining students? So the subject is So not only hearing, you have to practice number of problems, each transfer subject, just like mathematics. You have to present each and every class after listening, because these are online classes. But in the offline classes, we will solve all these problems on the board. But nowadays, because of this COVID, we are not in a position to conduct offline classes. So we are conducting online classes now. In the online classes, we'll explain the procedure how to solve a problem. But that is not sufficient for student point of view. You have to solve on your own more number of problems. Then only it will be very easy to solve any type of problem in the final exam. So I'm not shared the screen for some time because I'm repeated the yesterday's class. That's why not shared. Now I am shared the this class PDF. Okay, na? Somebody has raised the now screen shared. Okay, na? Okay. Yesterday, what we have done? Yesterday, what we have done? We have derived two equations for long fin. There are three types of fins: long fin, second one, fin insulated at the end, fin insulated at the end, second type, and third type, short fin. But yesterday, I have given the temperature distribution equation, temperature distribution equation for long fin, and also we have derived equation for heat transfer rate through the fin, heat transfer rate through the fin. Now, so in this class, based on the yesterday's derivations, temperature distribution equation as well as heat transfer rate equation, we'll solve some problems today for the lengthy fin. So all of you read the problem. Problem number 1. Calculate the, all of you read the problem. So still now there are only 40 students are, 48 students are present, attending the class. Only 48 students are attending the class. What about remaining students? There still 55 students or 60 students are there. What about those students? If you present like this, so it is very difficult to pass heat transfer subject. So continuity is very much required. So please tell all of your friends from tomorrow onwards, attendance should be increased. Attendance should be increased. Okay, na? Now, in this class, we solve some problems on this long fin, lengthy fin. So read the first problem. Calculate the amount of energy required to solder together two very long pieces of bare, B-A-R-E, bare copper wire 1.5 mm in diameter with solder that melts at 190 degrees centigrade. The wires are positioned vertically in air. The wires are positioned vertically in air at 20 degrees centigrade. Assume that the heat transfer coefficient, on the wire surface, that is surrounding the wire surface, 20 watts per meter square degrees centigrade or 20 watts per meter square Kelvin. And thermal conductivity of wire Li, and thermal conductivity of wire Li is 330 watts per meter Kelvin. 330 watts per meter Kelvin. Okay na? So consider two very long pieces of copper wire, means you take the long, very lengthy pin here. Long copper wire, lengthy pin. So you are soldering those two wires by keeping in vertical position. You are soldering the top one, bottom one in vertical position. You are soldering both the wires. So while soldering, the energy, heat energy releases. Calculate the amount of energy required. How much amount of heat is required to solder together? If you want to solder, you have to provide heat to the copper wires. So lengthy pin, two very long means you have to consider the pin is very lengthy. For lengthy pin, temperature distribution equation or heat transfer rate equation you can apply here. What is the diameter of one wire, copper wire? 1.5 mm in diameter. With solder that melts at 190 degrees centigrade. So because you are keeping wire like this, for top wire, bottom wire, at the center you are maintaining a temperature of soldering temperature of 190 degrees centigrade. That's why you can take base temperature, because you are starting from the center, top one wire, from the bottom one wire. So you are melting or soldering at 190 degrees centigrade. So this is the base of the pin. This is the length of the pin. This is the base of the pin. So the base temperature T0 190 degrees centigrade. The wires are positioned vertically in air at 20 degrees centigrade. Wire air is at air, in air, atmosphere air. At air temperature 20 degrees centigrade. So T free stream temperature 20 degrees centigrade. You assume that the heat transfer coefficient on the wire surface H is equal to 20 watts per meter square Kelvin, and thermal conductivity of wire Li, that is K of the copper wire Li, 330 watt per meter Kelvin or degrees centigrade. So given data, diameter of the wire 1.5 mm, that is equal to 0.0015 meters. Temperature at the base, that is at the center, here two wires we are keeping in vertical position, we are soldering together. One wire in the top position, one wire in the bottom position, we are soldering both the wires. So at the center or at the base, the temperature T0, base temperature 190 degrees centigrade, T free stream 20 degrees centigrade, convective transfer coefficient H given as 20 watt per meter square degrees centigrade, thermal conductivity 330 watts per meter Kelvin or degree centigrade. Okay na? Energy required, heat energy, here energy means heat energy. Heat energy required to solder, what is that quantity? Q fin. Heat transfer through the fin means here fin is copper wire, that is fin. You consider copper wire as a long fin. Consider copper wire as a long fin. So energy required to solder. What is that Q fin? Q fin you have to calculate. So area. Here fin is not rectangular in cross section. So wire, generally wires are in circular cross section. Wires are pipes. Wires or pipes are in circular cross section. So area is equal to pi by 4 d square. Area, energy required to solder, area is equal to pi by 4 d square, because copper wires are cross section is in circle shape. That's why cross sectional area A is equal to pi by 4 d square. But yesterday, while discussing rectangular fin, we have discussed cross sectional area B into T, width into thickness. But if it is a circular wire or circular pipe or circular fin, circular lengthy fin, so cross sectional area pi by 4 d square, where d is the diameter of the copper wire, diameter of the wire. That is equal to pi by 4 d. D value 0.0015 whole square. That is equal to 1.767. If you calculate with the calculator the cross sectional area of the wire, 1.767 into 10 power minus 6 meter square. 1.767 into 10 power minus 6 meter square. Perimeter. So for circle, how do you calculate perimeter? Pi d. 2 pi r or pi d. Perimeter of the circular wire. So pi d. That is pi into small d, diameter of the wire. Pi into diameter of the wire 0.0015. 0.0015. That is equal to, so perimeter 4.712 10 power minus 3 meters. Generally perimeter is length only, one dimension only, but area 2 dimensional. That's why meter square. Perimeter length only. So 4.712 10 power minus 3 meters. Next, heat dissipation from a long fin is given by, yesterday we derived this equation, Q fin. Yesterday we derived this equation, Q fin is equal to root HPKA into T minus T free stream. Yesterday we derived this equation. Yesterday we derived this equation. We verify yesterday's class PDF. I have shared in the group, your WhatsApp group. All of you read that yesterday's class derivation. How we arrived this Q fin, yesterday I explained. So Q fin is equal to root of HPKA into T minus T free stream. So root H given as 20 into perimeter calculated as 4.712 10 power minus 3 into thermal current K 330 into area calculated 1.767 in 10 power minus 6 within the square root these values into T naught at the base, that is 190. So T naught only, this is, so T naught minus T free stream. So T naught 190 minus T free stream, the temperature of the air 20 degrees. So 190 minus 20. After getting the square root of this and then into 190 minus 20, that is 170, you'll be getting heat transfer through the single fin, single wire, 1.26 watts. but that is one wire. Through one wire, this much of heat is flowing or energy required for one wire. But soldering two wires, you have to solder. That's why total energy required for two wires. If there is one single wire, the heat required is 1.26 watts. Heat required 1.26 watts, or heat transfer through the fin 1.26 for single fin. But total energy required for two wires, because you have to keep two wires. You have to keep two wires in vertical position, and you have to solder it. You have to solder it. So that's why. So for soldering of two wires, you require energy required for two wires. That's why total energy required for two wires, that is equal to 2 into 1.26 watts. That is 2.52 watts. So these problems are very, very important. All of you listen very carefully and solve these problems after completion of the class at home. Verify and also solve more exercise problems. Okay na? Next problem. Problem 2. It is required to heat oil to about 200 degrees centigrade for frying purpose. At your home, in your kitchen, if you want to fry any your snacks, you want to fry it in the oil. For example, you have to heat it to 300 degrees centigrade. A ladle is used in the frying. Ladle means just like a pan, or just like a pan. A bowl. In the bowl, you have to pour the oil. You have to heat it. For that, the handle will be there. That is ladle handle or ladle. So a ladle is used in the frying. The section of the handle, that ladle handle section, cross section area, that is 5 mm into 18 mm. The cross section area. Here, this is a ladle. This is a ladle handle. This is considered fin, long fin. Cross section area. So this is length of the fin. If you observe like here like this, side view will be seen like this. This is a cross sectional area, rectangular fin. This is a rectangular cross sectional lengthy fin. Rectangular cross sectional lengthy fin. So this is a cross section, that is 18 mm into 5 mm or 5 mm into 18 mm. So thickness 5 mm, width 18 mm. So the section of the handle, the cross sectional area, cross section of the handle is 5 mm into 18 mm. The surroundings are at 30 degrees centigrade. 30 degrees centigrade. Okay, you can take qx plus dx is equal to, somebody has raised the question. So qx plus dx is equal to qx plus d by dx of qx dx. You can take like that also. That after simplification I directly written. After simplification I directly written. So the section of the handle 5 mm into 18 mm. The surroundings are at 30 degrees centigrade. Surrounding, that is air temperature. Surrounding room temperature, air temperature. Surrounding room temperature or air temperature, 30 degrees centigrade. The conductivity of the material is 205 watt per meter Kelvin or degree centigrade. So K value 205. If the temperature at a distance of 380, that is length of the pin, you can take as 380. The temperature at a distance of 380 mm from the oil should not reach here in this length, because you are handling this handle. That's why temperature here should not more than 40 degrees centigrade. In the pan, oil pan, the temperature 300 degrees centigrade. The base temperature T0 also 300 degrees centigrade. So temperature decreases from 300 degrees centigrade to here, because you have to handle it. This is handle. You have to hold with the hand. That's why temperature should not be more here. That's why you have to handle it. You have to keep it with your hand. That's why temperature. So here at the base, within the oil, if you increase the temperature, oil reaches 300 degrees centigrade. At the base, T0 to 300 degrees centigrade. So from this is a temperature distribution. So 300, 250, 200, 150, 100, 90, 80, 70, like that. Finally, 50 and 40. So the temperature at a distance of 380 mm from the oil, this is oil here, oil in the pan, from the oil should not reach 40 degrees centigrade. Here temperature at the base T0 300 degrees centigrade. So at this end 40 degrees centigrade. Determine the convective heat transfer coefficient. Very, very important. This problem is very, very important problem. Very, very important problem. So here, so you have to calculate small h value. But how to calculate small h value? M is equal to square root of HP by Ka. M is equal to square root of HP by Ka. From that, you can calculate h value. But before that, you have to calculate m value. But how to calculate m value? Temperature, from the temperature distribution equation, T minus T free stream divided by T0 minus T free stream is equal to e power minus mx. From this, you can calculate m value. So here, so this is, you consider this a lengthy fin of length 380 mm and width 18 mm, thickness 5 mm, temperature at the base T0 300 degrees centigrade, a temperature at the other end at a distance of 380 mm from the base 40 degrees centigrade. So T0 300 degrees centigrade, width 18 mm, that is 0.018 meters, thickness of the fin 5 mm, that is equal to 0.005 meters, length of the fin, this can be taken as length of the fin L 380 mm, 0.38 meters, comma, thermal conductivity K is equal to 205 watt per meter Kelvin, and thermal conductivity material given 205 watt per meter Kelvin or meter degree centigrade. As temperature of the surrounding air or room temperature or surrounding air temperature 30 degrees centigrade. So convective heat transfer H. What is the value of convective heat transfer to H? That is very, very important problem. So assuming the fin to be long one, by assuming the fin is long one or lengthy one, infinite fin, we have temperature distribution equation T minus T free stream divided by T0 minus T free stream is equal to e power minus mx. All of you have to remember this equation for lengthy fin, temperature distribution equation T minus T free stream divided by T0 minus T free stream is equal to e power minus mx. Okay. So reverse this one. instead of minus e power minus mx, you can change to plus mx. So change the, instead of t minus t free stream, you reverse this equation. So by reversing t naught minus t free stream, numerator denominator, denominator numerator. So t naught minus t free stream divided by t minus t free stream is equal to e power mx. Nothing is there. Instead of minus e power minus mx, I am changed to e power mx. For that, you have to reverse this temperature ratio. Just to have a easy calculation for that only. Don't worry, you can directly substitute here also. So T naught 300, T free stream 30 divided by temperature at given value of x here. Here is equal to, at x is equal to L. So at a given value of x, the temperature from the base at a given value of x 40 degrees centigrade. That's why temperature at a distance of 380 mm, that is 40 degrees centigrade. 300 minus 30 divided by 40 minus 30 is equal to e power mx. M, that is to be calculated. X value at a x value of 380 mm, that is 0.38. 0.38. From this you can calculate m value. Since x is equal to 380 mm, that is equal to 0.38 meters. From this e power 0.38 m is equal to 27, implies from this m value 8.673. M value 8.673. But how do you define m? Yesterday given. How do you define m? M is equal to square root of HP by Ka. That's why m is equal to square root of HP by Ka. That's why square root of HP by Ka is equal to 8.673. Okay na? Next. So that's why square root of HP by Ka is equal to 8.673. If you square it, that is HP by Ka is equal to 8.673 whole square. That will be around 75.22 something, some value. So this is not visible clearly. All of you calculate that one. HP by Ka is equal to 75.22. So from this, perimeter can be calculated. K given, area can be calculated. Only unknown value H. That's why from this you can calculate heat transfer, convective transfer coefficient H. Convective transfer coefficient H. So H into perimeter 2 into L plus B. 2 into B plus T. 2 into B plus T. Width 18 mm, 0.018 meter plus thickness 0.005 into 2. 2 into this B plus T for rectangular fin. That is the perimeter. This is divided by line is not visible clearly by K 205. Area, cross section area B into T. B 0.018 into thickness 0.005. So from this only unknown value H can be calculated. Implies from this relation H is equal to convective transfer coefficient 30.17 watt per meter square Kelvin. Okay na? So here very important for a lengthy fin. By taking the help of the temperature distribution equation, first you have to calculate m. After getting the m value, but we have defined m as root HP by Ka. From this, you can calculate the H value, convective transfer coefficient H. Okay na? Clear? Any doubt? Okay. So we have solved 2 problems. Next, third problem. So all of you read the third problem. A temperature rise of 60 degrees centigrade in a circular shaft of 60 mm diameter is caused by the amount of heat generated. A temperature rise of 60 degrees centigrade in a circular shaft of 60 mm diameter. Here fin cross section in circular in shape. Temperature difference 60 degrees centigrade. Diameter of the shaft 60 mm is caused by the amount of heat generated due to friction in the bearing mounted on the crankshaft. Whenever bearing is, the shaft is rotated in the bearing, heat is generated. So the thermal conductivity of the shaft material 50 watt per meter Kelvin, and the heat transfer coefficient is 6.5 watt per meter square Kelvin. So for this, here you can assume this is a lengthy fin of a circular fin of diameter 60 mm, and temperature difference only, temperature rise, that is T naught minus some T, temperature rise 60 degrees centigrade. Diameter of the shaft 60 degrees, diameter of 60 mm, and the thermal conductivity K of the given material, shaft material 50 watt per meter Kelvin, and the heat transfer coefficient 6.5 watt per meter square Kelvin. So for this long fin, first bit, develop an expression for the temperature distribution equation, and the second one, determine the amount of heat transfer through the shaft. Assume that the shaft is a rod of infinite length. That's why infinite fin. So circular rod, infinite length. That's the infinite fin. So temperature rise theta naught. Temperature rise, that is T naught minus T free stream. Temperature rise. So at the end, maximum temperature difference T naught minus T free stream. That theta naught is equal to T naught minus T free stream. The temperature rise given as 60 degrees centigrade. The diameter of the shaft 60 mm, that is 0.06 meters, and thermal conductivity 50 watt per meter Kelvin. H given as 6.5 watt per meter square Kelvin. So expression for the temperature distribution equation, already T minus T free stream, T minus T free stream divided by T naught minus T free stream is equal to e power minus mx. That is to be derived. So expression for temperature distribution equation. So by taking the general expression, theta is equal to C1 e power mx plus C2 e power minus mx. Already we have solved this, derived this equation. At x is equal to 0, theta is equal to theta naught. At x is equal to infinite length, at x is equal to infinity, theta is equal to 0. And by using these two boundary conditions, you can get the C1 value, C2 value. This has been derived already. For a lengthy fin, that derivation can be used here by taking the general expression and by applying the first boundary condition and second boundary condition. First boundary condition, at x is equal to 0, theta is equal to theta naught. Second boundary condition, at x is equal to infinity, theta is equal to 0. By applying by applying these two boundary conditions in this equation, you can get C1 is equal to 0 and C2 is equal to theta naught. Then finally, theta is equal to theta naught into e power minus mx. That is theta by theta naught is equal to e power minus mx. Theta by theta naught is equal to e power minus mx. That is equal to what is theta? We have defined theta as t minus t free stream divided by t naught minus t free stream. Theta naught is equal to t naught minus t free stream. Theta is equal to t minus t free stream. That's why t minus t free stream divided by t naught minus t free stream is equal to e power minus mx. E power minus mx. So that is that expression for temperature distribution. Already yesterday I given for lengthy pin how to derive temperature distribution equation. Okay na? Now second bit. Determine the amount of heat transferred through the shaft, assuming that the shaft is a rod of infinite length. That is for lengthy pin. Amount of heat transferred Q is equal to for lengthy pin. How do you calculate heat transfer rate for a lengthy pin or infinite length pin? Yesterday derived this equation. Root HP Ka into T naught minus T free stream. Root HP Ka into T naught minus T free stream. Here theta naught given as 60 degrees centigrade. That is T minus T free stream. Temperature difference T naught minus T free stream. Temperature difference T naught minus T free stream given as 60. Okay, square root of H value in this problem given as 6.5 into perimeter for circular shaft. How do you calculate perimeter? Pi d. Perimeter pi d. Pi into d, diameter of the shaft 0.06 into thermal conductivity of the material 50 into area of the circular shaped shaft pi by 4 d square. Pi by 4 diameter of the shaft 0.06. So that's why pi by 4 into 0.06 whole square into up to this only square root into temperature rise, maximum temperature rise. When the temperature T naught, then only the maximum temperature difference, that is T naught minus T free stream value given as here 60 degrees centigrade. 60 degrees centigrade. Substitute all the available values in this equation. You will be getting 24.97 watts. So amount of heat transfer or amount of heat required, amount of heat transferred through this lengthy pin. What is the value after calculation? This 24.97 watts. 24.97 watts. Okay na? Okay. So fourth problem. So I am not going to solve this fourth problem. All of you solve this problem. This is simple problem. A very long 25 mm diameter copper rod of thermal conductivity 380 watt per meter square Kelvin extends horizontally from a plane heated wall, from a wall otherwise, or from a plane heated wall at 120 degrees centigrade. The temperature of the surrounding air is 25 degrees centigrade. The convective heat transfer coefficient is 9 watt per meter square Kelvin. So determine the heat loss. Determine the heat loss. Same formula. Q is equal to for length of root HP Ka into T naught minus T free stream. Here H given as 9, root of 9 into perimeter pi D, pi into D diameter 0.025 into K thermal conductivity K 380 area, the circular area 5 by 4 D square, 5 by 4 D 0.025 whole square within the square root that value, that's all, into T naught value. Here T naught given as 120 and T free stream and temperature surrounding fluid 25 degrees. That's why T naught minus T free stream, that is 120 minus 25. And if you substitute in this equation, same equation almost, Q is equal to root HPK into T naught minus T free stream. Here square root within the square root, you substitute the available values in this problem. Same as that of third, this analysis. How to calculate Q for a lengthy fin? By assuming this is very long, means by assuming lengthy fin is lengthy, and you can calculate heat transfer Q by using this formula, square root of HPKA, square root of HPKA, square root of HPKA into after square root into T naught by T free stream. H value here given as 9, perimeter pi D, pi into D 0.025, K value 380, area circular pi by 4 D square, pi by 4 D 0.025 whole square within the square into T naught minus T free stream 120 minus 25. You substitute in this equation, you will be getting heat transfer rate Q as 34.48 watts. I not solved this, all of you listen carefully. I not solved, all of you solve by using this formula, heat transfer rate formula, and you will be getting heat transfer rate Q is equal to 34.48 watts. Okay, somebody has raised a question. P value square root of HPK, P perimeter. P is the perimeter. Perimeter you have to calculate. For this perimeter pi into D for circular, but for a rectangle 2 into B plus T. For rectangular fin 2 into B plus T, where B is the width, T is the thickness. But circular fin, for a circular fin pi D, here diameter given as 25 mm, pi into D 0.025. Okay na? Right. Okay na? All of you solve this problem at home. Very simple. Just like third problem, heat transfer rate, how you have solved for heat transfer rate, you can solve here also. By using the formula, Q is equal to root HPKA into T naught minus T naught minus T naught only. T naught is the temperature at the base. T free stream, temperature of the air, surrounding air or surrounding environment. Temperature of the surrounding environment. Okay na? Any doubt? That's all for today. Do you have any doubt? So in the next class, we'll go for next fin. That is fin insulated the tip. Fin insulated the tip. For that also same analysis. Okay na? Okay. If there are no doubts, that's all for today. I'm stopping. Any doubt?
Okay, sir.
Okay, that's all for today.